Welcome back to the File X channel. Grace Millane, the young woman brutally murdered by her Tinder date. Online dating apps, places that promise diverse connections, effortless conversations, and absolute data security. Sounds ideal, doesn't it? But behind that sweet facade, who would have thought they could also be a gateway to fleeting relationships, grave dangers, and even chilling crimes? Grace Millane, a young woman of just 22, once dreamed of exploring the world and discovering all the wonders life had to offer. However, one Tinder date with a stranger in New Zealand led her to a tragic end, a mysterious death that shocked the entire world. What really happened to Grace? Was it a cruel coincidence or a meticulously planned act? Let us follow the clues to uncover the truth behind this haunting case. Grace Millane, a young woman from England, born in 1996, embodied an unbounded spirit of adventure. With a passion for exploring the world and making friends from all walks of life, she decided to turn her dreams into reality. On October 26, 2018, Grace left her hometown to embark on a promising journey to Peru, South America, the first destination in a 6-week-long adventure. There, she quickly immersed herself in the lives of international travelers, connecting with people from every corner of the world. Grace captured the memorable moments of her journey in inspiring posts on social media, creating a vibrant diary of treasured memories. After concluding her South American trip on November 20th, 2018, Grace continued her journey to New Zealand, a land of majestic beauty with stunning bays and picturesque islands. She spent 10 days at Cape Reinga and the Bay of Islands, where the natural splendor seemed to ignite the passionate spirit of the young traveler. Even in this unfamiliar place, Grace quickly made friends with new acquaintances. Everyone who met her was captivated by her friendliness and the positive energy she radiated. A beautiful journey, fascinating encounters, but also the fateful turn that led her to a story no one could have foreseen. On November 30th, 2018, Grace traveled to Auckland, the largest city in New Zealand. She then checked into a budget hotel popular among backpackers. Shortly after unpacking her luggage, Grace downloaded Tinder, a dating app widely used by young people, and used it to find someone to hang out with during her time in Auckland. By December 2nd, 2018, Grace Millane's birthday, her family and friends had sent her messages wishing her a happy 22nd birthday. However, despite numerous birthdays, wishes, and calls, Grace remained unresponsive, which was unusual, as she typically replied immediately. When they received no response for an extended period, Grace's family began to worry, sensing that something might have happened to her. It wasn't until 3 days later, on December 5th, 2018, that her family reported Grace missing to the Auckland police. The police immediately launched a search for her. They believed that Grace's disappearance was not a simple case, because she had not updated her social media after her disappearance, nor responded to any birthday messages from her parents and friends since her birthday. David, Grace's father, flew to New Zealand to search for his daughter. Meanwhile, New Zealand's media extensively reported on Grace's disappearance. The police reviewed surveillance cameras around the hotel and across Auckland based on the statements provided by the hotel staff where Grace was staying. They reported that she had gone out on December 1st and never returned. At that time, numerous surveillance cameras were installed throughout Auckland, facilitating the police's search for Grace. Footage from the cameras showed that at 5:58 p.m. on December 1st, 2018, Grace left the hotel to meet a man she had matched with on the dating app. The place where Grace and the man decided to meet was Sky City, Auckland, located in the heart of the city, famous for its bars, restaurants, luxurious hotels, and lavish casinos. Grace arrived at Sky City first, waiting for the man at their agreed meeting point, and shortly after, he appeared wearing a blue shirt. Grace immediately recognized him and approached him. The man also seemed to notice Grace. The two slowly walked toward each other and exchanged friendly greetings. Afterward, they left together and went to a bar in Sky City, where they sat and drank for about an hour and a half. The pair appeared to get along very well as they chatted animatedly, so they decided to continue to a second location for drinks. While the man went to the restroom, Grace texted a friend in England. She told her friend excitedly that she had met a man who claimed to run an oil company on the dating app, and they seemed to hit it off. At 9:40 p.m., the pair left the establishment arm in arm and walked to City Life Hotel, the man's accommodation. They entered the hotel, took the elevator up to the man's room, and this was the last time Grace was seen on surveillance footage. The police immediately began identifying the man involved in the case, tracing his identity using data extracted from the surveillance cameras. They identified the man as Jesse Campson, 26 years old. What was shocking was that when Jesse Campson first met Grace, he had completely lied, introducing himself as the president of an oil company. Before meeting Grace, he had been working as a sales representative and had been fired on the same day he met her. The City Life Hotel, where Jesse Campson had gone with Grace, was the same hotel where he had been staying since October 2018. The police quickly arrested Jesse Campson, the prime suspect in Grace's disappearance. According to the police investigation, Jesse Campson admitted that he had met and dated Grace that night, as recorded on the cameras. He stated that they spent the night together in his room and that at 10 a.m. the following morning, December 2nd, 2018, Grace left the room and he had no idea what happened to her afterward. However, evidence from other surveillance cameras collected by the police contradicted Jesse Campson's statement, opening a new breakthrough in the investigation. Footage from the cameras showed that on the morning of December 2nd, 2018, the day Jesse Campson claimed Grace had left the room at 10 a.m., he left the hotel alone and went to a store to purchase a suitcase. He then went to a supermarket to buy cleaning supplies, took a taxi to a car rental company, and rented a car there. Finally, Jesse Campson drove the rented car to a location where he met another woman at a cafe. After the meeting, he bought more cleaning products and returned to the hotel. Later, Jesse Campson was seen leaving the room with 2 suitcases, entering the elevator, and loading the suitcases into a car. He then drove to a nearby parking lot. The following morning, on December 3rd, 2018, at 7 a.m., Jesse Campson left the hotel and drove away. He drove to a store in the outskirts of the city, purchased a shovel, and then continued driving. He then returned and took the car to a car wash at the hotel around 9 a.m. to clean it. On December 5th, 2018, Jesse Campson was apprehended by the police. Confronted with CCTV evidence, Jesse Campson continued to deny having anything to do with Grace's disappearance. However, his malicious lies were eventually exposed. When the police raided Jesse Campson's room and used luminol to examine the room, they discovered numerous bloodstains, which were preliminarily identified as belonging to Grace. On December 7th, 2018, when the police confronted Jesse Campson with evidence confirming that the blood in his room was Grace's, he suddenly provided a bizarre explanation. He claimed that on the night of the incident, After engaging in sexual activity with Grace, they fell asleep. The next morning, Jesse Campson claimed he woke up to find Grace had fallen off the bed, was bleeding heavily, and had died. Jesse Campson stated that he did not call the police because he panicked and felt he had no choice but to dispose of the body. Contrary to his statement, footage from the cameras showed Jesse Campson acting very naturally and composed, showing no signs of panic. He bought supplies, cleaned up, rented a car, and purchased a shovel, all to eliminate evidence. When he could no longer justify himself, Jesse Campson finally revealed to the police the location where he had disposed of Grace's body. On December 9th, 2018, 8 days after the incident, Grace's body was found in a mountainous area outside the city. An autopsy revealed bruising and signs of strangulation on Grace's body, and the police immediately charged Jesse Campson with the murder of Grace Millane. The trial of Jesse Campson took place in November 2019, where his horrific crimes were finally exposed. After deliberation, the jury convicted him of murder, sentencing him to life imprisonment without parole, a deserved punishment for someone who ruthlessly took the life of an innocent young woman. However, what further fueled public outrage was that, following the case's revelation, numerous other women courageously came forward to accuse Jesse Campson of abusive behavior they had experienced when meeting him through the dating app. Yet, despite everything, Campson stubbornly appealed, insisting on his innocence. The undeniable truth prevailed when his appeal was rejected, forcing him to face the life sentence he deserved. A heartbreaking story, but also a stark warning to all of us. Are you using dating apps and confident they are safe? Always remain vigilant, because dangerous individuals like Jesse Campson could be hiding anywhere, even behind sweet and charming introductions.